Yo, what's going on, everyone? The CPI data came out this morning, and we're going to break down the entire report. There was some good stuff, there was some bad stuff, and then we'll be able to maybe figure out what Jerome Powell is going to do tomorrow. Is he going to hike rates another 0.25%? Is he going to stay the path, which most people think he's going to do, or are we going to start pulling back on rates? We're going to go through a report right now. All right, everyone, check it out. Here is the CPI report. Comes out at 5:30 on the West Coast and 8:30 on the East Coast, and it breaks down food, energy, apparel, medical care commodities, services, all that kind of good stuff. So we're going to start at the beginning right here. Here we are in May, and then the negative means it went down from the previous month, and then if there's no negative sign, that means we went up. Okay, so all items we went from 0.4% to 0.1%, which is really good. But this number is a little deceiving because look at all these negatives in energy. Without energy, we can see that all items minus food and energy, and we're still in that 5% range for the year. And as you can see, the last 12 months, this is like 12 months year, the last trailing year. So we can see that all items were still in that 4% range. Food at home is ridiculous, almost at 7%. If you guys have been doing any shopping in your local grocery stores, you can see that the prices are still absolutely ridiculous. And food away from home, I mean, this is really concerning. Up almost 6% in the last year, which I don't love to see. Because I do a lot of my cooking at home to save money for our family, and these numbers affect Americans the most, especially shelter. Look at this. Shelter is up 8% in the last 12 months, which is ridiculous. All these big companies that own a lot of these rental properties, especially in big cities, they're just continuing to jack up rent, and it's really hurting the pockets of everyday Americans. Transportation services up 10%. I mean, if you take out these energy things like gas, and I don't know, it says it's down almost 6%. Not in California, that's for sure. Our gas prices haven't went down at all. But oil by the barrel, you can see, since last summer has went down a shit ton, right? But commodities are still up. This is even minus food and energy. 0.6%. If you times that by 12, I mean, that's a huge number. That's over 7% year over year if you extrapolate that over 12 months. New vehicles, I mean, look at used cars and trucks up 4%. I mean, that's terrible. I mean, these numbers are not good. So it wouldn't surprise me if Jerome Powell actually raised another 0.25%. Canada raised, I believe, another 0.25%. So I'm not completely convinced they're going to stand pat. But if they do, I wouldn't be completely surprised. But I mean, if you take out, look at this. The energy services down 7%. Fuel, gasoline. If you take these out, I mean, these numbers are not great. Apparel still up. That's, we're going on 4% for apparel. And medical care commodities, we're talking 7%, 7.2% over a year. I mean, so like the things that affect Americans the most, like rent, food, medical care, they're all up significantly still. They're still not going down. And I think Jerome Powell is going to be able to see that, and he might raise again. So all these high-flying stocks like Palantir and SoFi, I would be careful buying those stocks at these levels, man. Because we could see a sell the news type of situation where he comes out, even if they stand pat. I mean, the rates are still really, really high, and it's going to affect these businesses, especially banks. So I'm kind of standing pat on buying stocks right now. I need to see some more data in the summer and see if this goes down. I mean, I think this, 0.1% for all items year over year is, I mean, if we could get inflation at 0.1%, that's great. But I just think it's a little skewed because of these monster reduction in energy prices. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this CPI data for the month of May. Now we're going to continue on this downward trajectory. I hope we are, but there are still some concerning things in this report. We're not out of the woods yet. And Jerome Powell, he could either stand pat or raise. I think, cutting rates is not going to happen to maybe the fall sometime. But don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and thank you guys for tuning in to the video. Peace.